Hi everyone, I am Dr. Rupa, and today I'm going to do something that I swore I would never do, lash extensions. So if you want to know why I'm doing lash extensions as an eye doctor, stick around. So I used to do lash extensions about 5 years ago while I was pregnant with my third child. Previous to that, I had been using Latisse, and I didn't want to use a medication when I was pregnant. So I ended up switching to lash extensions, and I loved it. It was so beautiful, and I love the way that they look. However, midway through, I started developing an allergic reaction to the glue, and just not like the Kristen Chenoweth kind where my eyes got red and puffy, but I just started to have a lot of itching and tearing. I'm really about being speedy in the mornings. I've got to get to work. I've got the kids, all of that stuff. So I thought I would give lash extensions another shot. I found a new lash artist. I discussed my concerns with her that I had a kind of an allergic reaction. I was a little bit sensitive to the glue. My eyes get really dry. They would get red for a few days beforehand. I would end up rubbing, which I know I'm always telling my patients not to rub their eyes, but because of the glue, I would rub, and then my lashes and the extensions and everything would fall off. My natural lashes would fall off. So I was definitely getting some lash loss. And I expect that. I am going into this knowing full well that I am going to get some lash loss. So what things am I going to do to make sure that my lashes stay healthy during my lash session? I'm going in about 10 minutes. I am going to use some lubricating eye drops, first of all, because your eyes are exposed as they're doing the lashes. And my eyes always get really, really red. So I'm going to put in a nice, good drop of thick Refresh PM or Genteel or whatever kind of eye drop you want, not Visine, but a thick gel lubricating eye drop so that my eyes stay lubricated during the session. I'm also using Latisse. I started using Latisse over the last couple of weeks just to prophylactically build up the strength of my lashes, because I do know that that weight on the lashes is going to cause them to fall out. The lash artist also said she had a couple ideas and things that she was going to do to reduce my sensitivity to the lash glue, and hopefully I won't have as much of an allergic reaction. Let's see how it goes. Come along. So I'm outside of the lash salon, and here's the thing. People in Hawaii are really obsessed with their lashes, and I think it's because it's a very natural place where people don't wear a lot of makeup. You're at the beach or at the pool all the time. It's just not a culture where you wear like fancy clothes. You are typically wearing t-shirts and shorts and rubber slippers or flip-flops, as you call them on the mainland. So lash extensions are really popular here, and people just look so good with them. So I gotta say, I'm excited, but I am a little bit nervous. I'm nervous about how this is gonna affect my natural lashes. We will see. Let's go. So filling out the forms, and they're quite extensive, asking about exercise, diets, soft contact lens or extended contact lens wear, allergic reactions, different products that I use, facial cleansers, allergies to different kinds of things. So that might annoy some people, but that makes me feel really confident, because I like that they are putting this much time and effort into figuring out my, beauty history. So I filled out all the forms. I told you that makes me feel actually more comfortable that you guys have all these forms for me to fill out, and that's good. That shows that you're going to be paying attention to all of this stuff. Absolutely. Which I think is really important in keeping your eyes healthy. So you obviously want to choose a lash artist that is knowledgeable and that is gonna do things like this. Who will be asking these kind of questions. Don't go to the cheapest place. There's a reason that you want to choose someone that's might be more on the expensive side. It's your eyes. Things can go seriously wrong if you are getting cyanoacrylate glue right in your eye. You don't want that to happen. So be really careful about who you choose. I think that's my number one tip for doing lash extensions.
Yep, you got it.
So I just had, I gotta fix my hair, it's all messed up, it's okay. So I just had my lashes done, of course, you can tell. And I was talking to Ronnie a little bit, the issues I'd had before were sensitivity to the glue. And as soon as they started with the glue in the past, I just smelt the fumes and my eyes would just start to run. And so you were telling me a little bit about the difference in the types of glues that you have, right?
Yeah, adhesive, actually, that does not have the black carbon. And the black carbon is what many people have reactions to, including myself. So all adhesives contain cyanacrylate. Some adhesives contain a little bit more. And one thing to look out for is when you go in for lashes, if you're a newbie or even if you've been doing them for a long time, is the scent. So I know you were mentioning other places there was a very strong odor.
Scent, yeah.
And some adhesives that I've worked in the past too, very, very strong adhesive, very strong smell. And I really try to stay away from that.
Usually I would wake up and I don't think that, not wake up, but my eyes would be red.
Yeah, they're not red at all.
And they're not red at all,
Yeah.
and typically they'd be red for about 2 days.
But one thing I think really helped too was me taping your eyes down.
Yes.
So I do that for people who let me know that, hey, the glue is kind of stinging.
Right.
Or they let me know beforehand that I've had reactions.
Yeah.
So that's the first go-to I do is tape the eyes right in the middle.
And so that's interesting because, of course, when someone is going to have surgery with general anesthesia, we actually tape, well, not ophthalmologists because I'm usually operating on the eyes, but the anesthesiologist will tape the eyelids. And I think that was part of why my eyes were also so red before is because they were exposed for the 2 hours during the session. And your eyes shouldn't be exposed without blinking for 2 hours. So it's really going to dry them out and it disrupts your cornea film. So with taping, I think that really keeps it
helps.
so well lubricated, and I think that makes a big difference, I think, with exposure. So I'm very pleased.
Yeah.
And I wasn't paid to say so. So overall, the experience was really good. I appreciate that she gave a little handout, a little card with instructions on how to care for them, if you get them wet, what to do, how to clean them properly, because cleaning them is really important. And I think people are so scared to clean their lash extensions because they're so expensive and they look so good. And like each one that flutters on your little cheek, you're like, oh my gosh, how much money is that? So I actually will see in the office a lot of women with lash extensions, and sometimes I see some that are not cared for that well because they're just so scared to clean it. There's so much buildup at the base. You do need to clean your lash extensions daily. So my friend is an optometrist. Oh, look how cute this is packaged. And she has created this line, We Love Eyes, and oh my gosh, how cute is this? I told her that I wanted to try lash extensions again, but had such a hard time with cleaning them. As an ophthalmologist, the 3 things that I'm concerned about with lash extensions are infection, lash loss, and allergic reaction.
That was horrible.
Okay, can I keep going? Because I actually think it was pretty good.
No, because you're like guessing.
Okay, I'll try it again. As an ophthalmologist...
Wait, no, like start like all the way. Like delete this one.
Okay, I'll delete it. Okay? All right. As an ophthalmologist...
Wait!
What is it now?
Try that again.
Oh my gosh.
Try it again. It's my birthday.
Okay. As an ophthalmologist, the 3 things that I'm concerned about with lash extensions are getting an infection, lash loss, and allergic reactions. Infections, I mean, they basically can happen because your lash artist is using a really sharp tool near the front surface of your eye. She could slip and give you a scratch on your cornea, cause a corneal abrasion, or even an infection called an ulcer. So that is one. That was really loud. Okay.
Mama.
Okay, you can stay here just for a second. So that's why you do want to go to a reputable salon and a reputable lash artist. Don't skimp on this. They should be using a pretty sterile technique. Most of them are using gloves, a mask. They want to keep things clean as they're applying the lashes, so make sure everything looks like it's in good shape and good order when you walk in there. Also, it's really important to clean your lashes, like I mentioned before. So today we're just talk about Okay, she's playing with this, but I'm gonna show it to
I
you.
want to do it.
Okay, show it. Show it up there then.
Okay, so this is meant for like brushing your eyebrows, and I did this before.
Eyelashes.
Like eyelashes, and I did this before, so I know how to do it.
Okay, let's not give yourself an abrasion. That's correct. Good. So you do want to brush your lashes at least once a day. I will usually do it twice a day, once in the morning, and then I'll clean my lashes. And if I'm wearing eyeshadow, I'll clean the lashes with my eyelid.
And then you always want to do the
Other,
side.
yeah. If you're wearing eyeshadow, then I'll clean my eyeshadow off with micellar water first and a non-fibrous pad, cotton pad. And then I will go in and use a foaming lash cleanser, something like this.
So once you're done with this, and you have one, it's really hard. Is that hard?
Okay. So then I'll go in and...
Maybe just want to like how to twist it down. You just plop, so up, down,
Okay.
up, down, up,
Great,
down.
so now you know how to use the retractable lash wand. I know that was first and foremost on your mind.
Oh, and how do you cap it? You don't twist it, you just
Okay.
done.
All important information to know.
Make sure it does not roll away.
Okay, that's
Like
also...
it could shake a little.
Okay. All right, so We Love Eyes is the foaming cleanser that I'm using. I have a nice soft brush as well. You can use a brush, or you can even use your ring finger at the base. You just really want to get the base of those lashes clean. A lot of debris, a lot of makeup, especially glittery eyeshadow, is going to accumulate there, and that can cause something called blepharitis. Second, you are going to get some lash loss because of the weight of the lashes on your natural lash. So it just depends on the person. Some people don't get very much lash loss. I tend to get a lot, I think, just because I'm older,
What is
and so
this
my
for?
lashes, it's just to clean it. And
what?
to clean your eyelash extensions. You clean it right at the base, and you do these really small, gentle circular motions right at the base. So just expect the lash loss. And then the third is allergic reaction. There's some steps that we did today to minimize allergic reaction. So if you could maybe ask your lash artist about that, that's going to be really helpful, and making sure you don't have those red swollen eyes. Exposure keratopathy is huge. That's basically dry eyes from your eyes being open all the time. So
Make sure you never put this with water.
that's not true. You can use it with water.
You
So
can?
yes. So when you're doing your,
Also, don't put this with water.
you can use it with water. Yes, you can.
Oh, but also
Okay,
don't put this
okay,
in
those
water.
are my glasses. Yes, you don't want to put those in water. Okay, so I might just as well give up here. Hope that was helpful for you.
Yeah, it
From
was.
my perspective, what to watch out for,
Duh. What?
how I like my lash extensions. I
And
will
she
keep
loves
doing them. I do love them.
Cause they're so beautiful.
Okay, all right, baby girl. But if you have any questions, I can do a more in-depth video on cleaning your lash extensions at a later point, because obviously that's not happening right now. So if lash extensions aren't for you, then you might want to check out my video on magnetic liner and lashes. That is going to be much less of a time commitment, much less of a financial
So it
commitment
is.
than extensions.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for watching, guys. Mahalo. I am Dr. Rupa.
Oh, and Aria, and it's my birthday, and
It is.